marketing landscape is exploding.
Look at the data. More people on more screens.
For more time, using more platforms than ever.
It's not slowing down.
To be successful, you have to understand all the pieces.
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of the ATOMIZED marketing series. We're here at South by Southwest again, just like the last video. As I mentioned before, I think the best part about these events is the talent and the smart people you get to talk to, whether it be at dinner, at the bar, or at, wherever you find them. And I've had the pleasure of hanging out with Andrew for a couple days now. Andrew Cunningham, who's a senior strategist at AKQA in New York. That means a lot of things. I'll let him explain that. So tell us about your role as a senior strategist at AKQA, what you work on, what your day-to-day is.
Yeah, so social is becoming more and more of what our clients are asking for, both with existing ones, asking about what more we can do with social, both, or I should also say, also including new business pitches and stuff like that as well. So that can range from anything from just overall strategy with social to community management to recommendations on how paid needs to get into social more too. There's obviously a lot going on there, but we do it from top to bottom.
A lot going on is like our theme of the show, so that's perfect because there is a ton going on, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Speaking of a ton going on, obviously South by is like as packed as ever. I mentioned in the last video, I think some people were like, oh, South by jumped the shark, and there are people that don't come here, but like as you notice, there are a ton of people here. So what's one thing that you've seen over the past couple of days so far that you've either taken away from a conversation or a panel or just whatever that you've heard of or taken away from this event?
Yeah, so big thing right now with social, at least, that is top of mind for clients and sort of what my day-to-day looks like is data and sort of how it's evolving. Social networks are evolving, so is the definition of engagement on those networks. I mean, just anecdotally, Facebook's got these emoticons now for everything that you want to engage with. So how does that match up historically to what people have been measuring? Where does it sort of fit into the conversation? And how do you actually measure it to business results too, which I think is bar none the most important thing going on. So, it's all moving pretty fast, but this is the place where you're dealing with people on the cutting edge, and there's a lot to talk about. So,
yeah, data. There's like a ton of data everywhere. Obviously, it's easier than ever to get the data. One thing I always like to talk about with data is, the data scientists and all the people that are dedicated to 50, 60, 100 megabyte Excel spreadsheets of data. And, spoken like a true creative person or a strategy person, that data is only as good as the insights you pull from it. So what's something that you've seen lately, or like kind of your insight on how you work with data scientists to extract those insights from those just mounds and piles of matrix looking data?
Totally, yeah. And I mean, it's a cliche, but the information that you provide to people needs to actually be informative. It can't just be a whole shit ton of stuff dropping down on people. You need to actually have a point to what you're looking for, and it's okay if you just point out that maybe it is not necessarily the thing to read into the most. There's not always going to be a jaw-dropping conclusion from everything you're reading about or all the data pieces you're looking into. But at the very least, you need to tell a story and figure out sort of what you're looking at and where it fits in, and if it does dictate what you're going to start doing, how it fits into your overall plan, and again, driving the business results. Because at the end of the day, you could be doing a billion things in social right now, but if it's not laddering up to what you're actually trying to accomplish as a business, it's not going to do a lot for you. So
awesome, great advice. And I can't think of anything more distracting in a video than a truck backing up while we're trying to talk. Anyway, I say this every time, but like we could spend a half hour on any single one of those topics. But to keep this video short, we'll end it there. So thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anybody that's watching, thumbs up, thumbs down, what you like, what you hate. Definitely hit Andrew up on the handle we'll add to the video afterwards. And let us know what you think of the videos. Thank you very much. Have a good one.